I'm going to show you how a couple of beaded bracelets come together. You can see seed beads, you can see the beginning of the bracelet, you can see some crystal rondelles. Basically, I design as I go. On this, I ran the rondelles all the way down the center first. Here you can see the double magnetic closure that's really special to this bracelet. I can fit it fairly snug on the wrist and have a nice secure clasp that's not difficult to attach. In between the rondelles, I fill in seed beads of various sizes and colors and add more rondelles. I like the impressionistic look of the colors. The design sort of speaks to me as I work, and here you can see the finished bracelet with the double magnetic clasp worked into some silver seed beads. The inside has got a unique design as well. I like to think of that as sort of the private side of the bracelet, the part that not everybody sees but that gives me joy to look at and to feel. It's a very flexible bracelet, and the magnetic clasp just comes together and breaks apart beautifully. Now here's the beginning stage of the red one I'm going to do. I did a little practice there, you could see on the left. I made little piles of beads to inspire me to try to think about the color combinations and variations. There you can see the magnets waiting to be incorporated. Choosing thread is part of it. This coppery red color I think is going to work pretty well. Ooh, yes. With the red beads it will work well. Now the seed bead foundation is underway. You can see I have a copper bead to make the edge. I like the idea of random color in between. Not so random, really. Here I will sew in the beads. You can watch how I do it. It's a pretty slow process. I like the carpet squares because I can get a good grip on the bead and poke the needle into the carpet. So I'll speed it up a little bit. This is like watching paint dry to see someone do beading. When you're doing it, the time seems to go very fast, but watching it is another story. So each row is 4 beads. I begin each row with my edge color, in this case the copper, and then I have fun figuring out which ones I'm going to pick for the middle. You notice I have a pile with a lot of white in it now. I'm looking for the dark color beads, the warm color beads. It can be light if it's a warm color. It cannot be light if it's a cool color or too cool a color. You notice I selected a few little blues in there just for fun. Notice how flexible it is. It's a wonderful sensuous base. Putting in the magnets is a bit tricky. You can see 1, 2, 3. I work in I pull as snugly as I can to grip them in there. I brace them in the back, and by combining the front and back support, I get those magnets set in so that they don't pull apart. And here I'm starting to work in the beads that you see, the rondelles, some rectangular and square beads, seed beads. And I have to get the casing for the magnet on the other side set. At about this point, I've let the magnets grip on the left there, and that will create a whole unit. It's pretty tricky to do this magnet. It's taken me several tries to come up with a technique that I think holds it firmly enough so that as you bend to separate the magnets, it doesn't pull out of the bead structure. Here I'm trying to organize my colors. Always as I go, I introduce variety. No 2 bead attachment techniques are the same, or the way I stack it. I try to vary what's in the middle, although the unifying feature of this, that all the round rondelles had a copper bead at the center. I still have this one spot to fill in, and then the bracelet will be done. And here's the finished bracelet. Again, the private interior that's sort of exciting in the colors, and it glints through a little on the outside, but you have to really take the bracelet off to see what's inside.